In sports news tonight, a pivotal junior boys game played yesterday at the C.I. Gibson Gym. The regular season finale would determine the final two spots in the playoffs. Our Jonathan Benson tells us how it all went down.
We picked this one up in the first quarter. AF Adderley already off to a hot start, and Dominic Bridgewater adds to it with a jumper. On the other end, H.O. Nash answering with this Jarve Thompson 3. That was their only bucket of the quarter. Tigers going back to work. Bridgewater throws this one up right before the end of the quarter. It goes in and the Tigers lead 13-4. Bridgewater staying hot in the second quarter. This time he hits the J from the baseline. Bridgewater in the giving move this time. Clayton Cephas the hoop and the harm. The Lions still not paying much attention to Bridgewater, and he burns them once again. The Lions now looking to Quinton Strong for some answers. And this bank shot brings H.O. Nash within 21-9, heading into the break. The third quarter was one to forget for the Tigers. They only scored 2 points, and that allowed an opening for the Lions. They draw within 23-19, heading to the fourth. During that 6-minute stretch, the Tigers going back to their bread and butter. Bridgewater had a game-high 12 points, as AF Adderley held off Nash 38-28.
The team got kind of relaxed when they saw themselves in the lead because they started making simple mistakes, unnecessary turnovers, unnecessary fouls also. And we had to regroup and let them know that our opponents are catching us up. So they had to regroup, get their minds back in the game, and decrease the amount of turnovers, decrease the amount of fouls, and increase the amount of steals.
I just think we didn't play enough defense. We didn't play hard enough. We had a small team. We didn't have a full team, but I guess we just gotta try harder next time.
Now with the win yesterday, the Tigers clinched the third seed heading into the sudden death playoffs. They will now play second seed T.A. Thompson on Monday. As for Nash, they too are moving on to the playoffs despite the loss. They take on undefeated D.W. Davis tomorrow, and the game plan is simple.
Just play defense. Defense is everything.
Jonathan Benson, ZNS Total Sports.
Coach Lawrence Hepburn is back from St. Vincent, where he was undertaking a course in coaching. He gave us this feedback.
I want to first thank the Bahamas Olympic Committee for its confidence in me and allowing me to go and be a part of this experience. I'm no newcomer to coaching, but I can tell you that from the material that we had to go over and ingest was that as much as years as I've been involved in coaching, this has been a revised and a revitalization of my energy in coaching and my input.
As part of the corporate social responsibility of the Bahamas Olympic Committee, it is our endeavor to train persons like Lawrence so that they can go out into the community and assist us with developing sports. With crime being what it is today, there's a direct correlation between the resolution to crime and sports. We have imperial data just released from Trinidad, similar to ours, where sports actually ran into the community and turned those communities around.
Night League basketball action was on the schedule last night at the C.I. Gibson Gym. Our Jonathan Benson was courtside.
It was another difficult night at the office for the Defense Force Mariners. This play tells the story. An air ball 3 followed by a turnover. On the other end, the Conquerors a bit more in sync. Kennedy Polidor at the offensive board and put back. Kendall Butler sees an opening and he goes straight to the hole for an easy 2. Another miscue for the Defense Force. Ball ends up in the hands of Butler. He pushes it ahead to Edgar Hanna looking for the alley-oop. Not there, but Butler gets 2 more. Turnovers continuing to pile up for the Defense Force. Rashad Edgecombe, he's going to pass the ball off. He gets it right back, and that's good for 2 points. If you thought the Mariners' luck couldn't get any worse, think again. Hanna gets the lucky bounce. Late in the game, it was all about showtime for the Conquerors. They had 9 players in double figures and came up 2 points short of doubling up the Defense Force, winning 138-70. On to the nightcap now, and this game was a lot more competitive as the YK's Wreckers took on the Real Deal Shockers. Mario Pickstock setting up in the corner for the Wreckers. This 3-ball is good. He finished up with 14. Shockers looking to answer, and Floyd and Bristol finds Barry Carter for 2 of his 17. Tavares Roca with the ball, and he draws the 3-point play. Lasario Bones Burrows gets loose inside, and he'll finish with the 2-hand turnaround jam. Off the fast break, Bones once again soaring, this time with the alley-oop. He finished up with 21 points and 10 boards as the Shockers hold off the Wreckers 111-93. Jonathan Benson, ZNS Total Sports.
And finally in sports tonight, the Junior Baseball League of Nassau was in action last night over at the St. Andrews Field of Dreams. Our Jonathan Benson was making the call from this Major League Division clash.
Indians hurler Scott Roberts trying to pitch around a leadoff walk in the top of the 4th. Tyreek Clark can't catch up with the heat, and he goes down on strikes. Cochise Burrows up next. He draws a walk, and that would be it for Roberts. Indian skipper Eddie Carter brings on Keegan Waters in relief. Waters getting a little wild. The ball gets away from the catcher. Waters coming home, so's the runner up the plate, and he's out. Cardinals on the move here. Indians trying to get the runner at third base, but the third baseman can't hold on to the ball. Here comes Burrows, and he'll give the Cardinals a 6-4 lead. Lornex Williams trying to bring in another run from third base, but check out this play at short from Roberts, and the Indians are out of the inning. A bit of a scary play here. Roberts on the move to third. The ball's going to bounce up and hit him in the mouth. He would have to go into the dugout for a couple minutes, but he would return to the game. With one run already in, the Indians looking for more, and they would get it on this wild pitch. Andre Culver comes in to score and tie the game. In the top of the 6th, the Indians would take a 2-run lead on this double from Roberts. However, that advantage would not last long as the Cardinals got both runs back in the bottom of the frame, and because of a specified time limit, this game ended in a 9-9 tie. Jonathan Benson, ZNS Total Sports.
Well, that does it for Sports Tonight. Stay tuned, though. Your weather forecast is still to